Hi everyone! I stopped by a new Korean traditional chewy rice snack place, and they've had some flavors that I hadn't tried before of Korean traditional chewy rice snacks, and so I wanted to try them. The reason that I'm saying it that way is because the word tteok is usually said as like a rice cake. And I guess technically that's correct, but when you say something like that in English to people that are from North America or Europe, that brings to mind this puffed rice disc similar to a cracker. It's very dry, mostly tasteless, and typically consumed as a diet food. I actually remember thinking that the first time that somebody offered me rice cake. They said, "Do you want to go eat rice cakes in the office?" And I thought, yeah, that sounds great. Also, are you like implying that I need to lose weight? And I arrived at the office to find these chewy mounds of ricey goodness, and I thought, this is nothing like a rice cake. Oh my goodness, why would anybody call it that? So I guess in a culinary sense they are technically considered rice cakes, but this is not something I would ever consider to be a rice cake. So for those of you that are more familiar with the Japanese, these might be something you might consider mochi. So tteok is a little bit difficult to pronounce because it's got a double D sound that we actually don't have in English. And I don't know if you can hear the difference, but there's ddeok, tteok, and tteok. And the first and last one are wrong, and tteok is the one that you want to pronounce it as. I'm thinking about doing a Korean pronunciation video if anybody's curious. Please let me know if you are curious. So the first one we have is, if I recall correctly, full of red bean, and it appears to have been steamed in a leaf. So we're going to go ahead and remove this leaf action here. It's hard to unwrap and show to the camera at the same time. It is very soft, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of chewing for this video. I'm sorry. So the nice thing is you get this leafy flavor. It smells so good. It's almost got a sesame oil quality. I think that's why it's so slick. And it's got this really nice herbal, like earthy kind of flavor going on. And that is all over the cover of this tteok here. And you can see just how nice and chewy it is. So we don't get full on just one. You're going to move on to this one, which I thought was interesting because it said that it's made with cactus juice. Cactus is not a native plant here. This is the big guy. I don't remember what's inside, so we'll find out together. Inside it appears to be, I think it's a pea paste. Oh, it's so good. Oh, and suddenly I'm getting an herb or something in there. It's, let's just try the paste by itself, which is sort of a light purple color. Nice and sweet, not overly sweet, but overall this has a nice fruity pleasantness to it. I'm really surprised. I've never had a cactus flavored pretty much anything except for maybe a juice. Next we have banana. Doesn't smell particularly banana-y. That is so good. One complaint a lot of people have about tteok is that there's not a lot of flavor to it. It's more of a texture, enjoyment kind of thing. I would say it's really similar to maybe a really firm, chewy gummy or jelly candy mixed with like a marshmallow, but not sweets. So something like this, it's still really not sweet, but it definitely has a lot of flavor to it. I think that one I'm going to go buy again. That was excellent. What else do we have here? We have one of my favorites, except this one has walnuts in it. This is made with mugwort, which gives it this green color, if you guys are checking it out. And it's got a lot of this powder around here. The powder we'll talk about once we get to the one that is just the powder. Now it said inside there's walnuts, so let's check that out. Walnuts and red bean. This is really chewy. Chewy action. I am making such a mess. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can feel a walnut. So I can just bite right in here. Here we go. Got from hair. Oh, okay. I love the mugwort because it has a really light flavor to it. A really grassy flavor that I really love. It's one of my favorites. The walnuts here, they just kind of add a crunch. They're not really adding anything super excellent. I would say, yeah, there's walnuts in it, but I wouldn't particularly advertise it as having walnuts. It doesn't seem very particularly walnutty. Okay, get that dust off the hands. And we got this nice black one here. This is not chocolate. This is black sesame. I forget what's inside, but it might be probably red bean again. Red bean is the preferred. I had a buddy that was here. He always got upset at red bean because it looks pretty similar to chocolate. And every time he bit into it, he was not getting chocolate that he wanted. So I like red bean. I think it has a nice taste. But if you're expecting chocolate and you bite into it, I can definitely understand being disappointed. Sesame is one of my all-time favorite flavors. So to have this with it, it's really nice. You can see it's a really fine powder. And because of that, you're not getting a lot of crunch going on. It's really good, but still we're going back to the banana. The banana one is still, I would say, the best. So we got some traditional guys here. This one is, I guess it's steamed with alcohol. That's what it says, but it reminds me so much of what my mom used to make, and I really love it. I'll show you how different they are. So we used to make the same sort of thing in our rice cooker, and it's like this steamed puffed rice cake. It's a cake with rice flour, as in rice cake. So a rice flour cake. I think it's fantastic. It's so bouncy. You know, I actually, after I had this for the first time, I thought, this is really fantastic. I want to buy some. So I went to the store, and I didn't know how to pronounce this thing. So I just said ddeok, and they said, "Doc, what are you talking about?" I was like, you know, ddeok. They're like, "Ddeok, what?" So I thought about the pronunciation, or the writing. Sometimes when they write it into Roman letters, it'll say tteok. So I was like, all right, talk. They're like, talk. What is talk? I'm like, talk. So I was getting really frustrated, and I thought, okay, the word for rice is bop, or cooked rice is bop. So I said bop. And they said, "Oh, tteok." And I was like, "Yeah, that's what I said." And they pointed me in the right direction to where to buy it. Excuse me. But it's that kind of bounciness to it, which makes it super fun. So this one here is called the injolmi. Injolmi is this dusty powder. It's like a whole box of these. So it's a dusty powder that goes around the glutinous rice snack action. And this powder, it's sesame powder, or not sesame, sorry, soybean powder. But it almost tastes like if you've ever had PB2, that powdered peanut butter. Let's go for it. This is so flavorful. Normally when I have it, it's very light, but this is really getting that big taste. I'm gonna try another one. It's so good. Indomie also can be done in a different way. Sometimes people put it on like a, hang on. And they put it onto something like, they'll put these guys here, onto bingsu, which I guess I have never done a bingsu video. I'll do for you guys. But it's basically shaved ice with some condensed milk, and they'll put those on there. But I found this, which is a bread bun covered in injolmi powder. I'm gonna leave it inside the container because I think it's just gonna be super Oh, never mind. I should definitely show you this, even though it's going to be super messy. What is happening inside? Oh my goodness. It's red bean and cream. That's kind of common in some of these bread buns, but I've never seen it with the injolmi, and it looks like really good cream. It doesn't look like a really overly processed cream that's, you know, like a fake cream that's made with a lot of different ingredients. This looks like fresh, just cream that's been whipped. So let's try it out. Okay. It's definitely a choking hazard. It's dust and like dry bread. I'm surprised at how dry this bread is. Oh, it's really dry, really dense. I'm actually kind of shocked. But it's very tasty. I dig it. I don't think I got so much of the red bean in that bit, so I'm going to try grabbing a piece of the other stuff, because this has more of the red bean in it. It's very dry. Oh my god. I'm just trying not to choke while I'm talking or chewing. Like, I'm trying to keep it all like right in the front of my mouth and chew it up. I'm really worried about like it getting stuck in my throat. I don't know why anybody would sell that. I mean, it tastes great, but that dryness is not something we need right now. The last one is going to be another one similar to something that my mom used to make, which is that like puffy rice flour cake, but it said it has honey in it. Now, a lot of times you'll see these little guys here. Let me bring this back up. They'll be about this size. This is the first one we had, but I'm just making it smaller, so it's about that size. And it says it has honey in it, but it's really like a sugar syrup, not real honey. So I'm going to see if this is actually honey. So it's kind of crunchy on top, which is interesting, a different texture. It's really dense, surprisingly. So at the end there, I was really trying to taste to see if there's any of that honey flavor, and it's pretty light if it's there. I was just really shocked, which you might have seen on my face. It's all of the dryness and stuff of this, but with all the chewiness of a regular bit of like one of these guys. So you're getting this really difficult to chew item. I can't imagine eating this whole thing without at least like a big mug of something to drink with it. I maybe dip it in something. I really can't imagine that. Now, you know, if anybody's familiar with this stuff, you might be thinking, well, maybe it's old or a day old, but this is a, you know, it's a bakery that's got, well, I guess a bakery. They make this stuff fresh, and I grabbed it like middle of the day, so it shouldn't be anything like that. A lot of these places are really sticklers about freshness, and so if something like this was a day old, they would say something like, or if it's out of date or going out of date, they would put a sticker on it, discount it. That's what I would expect from a place like this. So this is what the inside part looks like. Let's just try that. Oh my god, it's just such a, it's just a texture nightmare. I can't imagine, I've never thought that I could imagine something being chewy and dry at the same time, and it's so thick and just dense. I'm sorry, I wish I had a better review for this, because I hate, you know, hey, let me introduce you to something new and different that you probably never tried before, and oh goodness, I'm sorry that you didn't eat it, you know, or oh, I'm sorry that it tastes bad. You know, I don't want to give you the impression that these are, you know, stuff not worth trying. I'm glad I've tried it, but I'm just really shocked at how dry these last two were. The taste is fine. The chewiness of this, I guess, is fine, because, you know, you want to eat this product for chew, but I mean, overall, literally any of the other ones before that, except for the bread. They are great. And then going back again to the banana, I would say is awesome. Let's try this paste in the middle. It's so good. So all these are great. And even the bread tastes really good. It's just, I can't imagine eating this. You know, if you had just had jaw surgery, stay away from these. You're going to be chewing these for the rest of your life. And yes, if you are curious, there are people that during the like Lunar New Year, it's customary to have tteok, which is like a soup. And it has like these ovalets in there that are made of this chewy guy here. They, you know, people do choke on them. So these, you know, normally are something you have to chew pretty thoroughly, but combine that with dryness and I would never feed this to a child. I would never feed this to an elderly person. I'm glad I got to try this because, you know, I do need to buy gifts for people sometimes, and a lot of these I am going to purchase again as gifts and also just to eat because they're really tasty. But those two, I can't imagine buying them as a gift for anybody, unless maybe I don't like them. I mean, again, it's good. Maybe if you soaked it in coffee or like a black tea, I think it would taste really nice and it would get over some of that texture problem. I can hear my cat really wants to try some of this, so I guess I'm going to have to let her. If you guys have any questions, comments, if you guys want to share your chewy rice stories, or I guess regular rice cake stories or rice flour cake stories, then feel free to do that. I'm disappointed because like I said, my mom always would make something like this and nothing at all like mom used to make. So, alrighty, well, that's that. If you guys want to contact me, you can, you know, do that in the comment section below. There's a bunch of different ways to get a hold of me in the details section below. If you want to see different stuff, because I do have different food videos and things on Patreon, as well as, you know, exclusive videos and blog posts and pictures that I post there. You can check those out, and there's different like levels where we can have like video chats or one-on-one chats. So it's pretty cool. If you want to join that, that's pretty awesome. Hope to see you there. But as always, thanks for listening.